from Brazil that lives here in Malaysia, and I'm now in Kuantan Beach. Something that for me is really different from my home country, Brazil, is that
some people compare KL in New York is honestly gross. It's insulting. People say, oh, KL is the New York of Asia. No.
Would I rather live in Malaysia or Germany? Ramai yang bertanya. And before you pindah ke Germany, let me tell you that I personally would rather stay in Malaysia. Malaysia is home.
Why I always attack Malaysia. And first of all, I don't care about Malaysia. I do care about Indonesia. I defend Indonesia.
Kenapa setiap kali orang luar datang ke Malaysia, mereka selalu buat satu perkara yang sama? Mereka akan berhenti sekejap, tengok sekeliling dan mula membandingkan Malaysia dengan negara sendiri. Ada yang terdiam, ada yang tersenyum dan ada yang mengaku, kenapa tempat kami tak macam ni? Hari ini kita bukan nak puji kosong, kita nak dengar sendiri. Bila orang luar bandingkan Malaysia dengan negara mereka, apa sebenarnya yang buat diorang merasa Malaysia lain? Ramai pelancong terkejut bila tahu di Malaysia mereka boleh makan sedap, duduk selesa dan bergerak ke sana sini tanpa rasa terbeban. Di negara mereka, secawan kopi mungkin belasan ringgit. Di sini, dengan harga yang sama, boleh makan lengkap. Tapi yang buat mereka lebih terkejut bukan sekadar murah. Ia tentang nilai kehidupan yang terasa lebih seimbang. Mereka bandingkan tekanan hidup di negara asal dengan suasana Malaysia yang lebih santai. Dan di situ mereka mula berfikir,
from Brazil that lives here in Malaysia, and I'm now in Kuantan Beach. Something that for me is really different from my home country, Brazil, is that, look at this, there is nobody in the beach. Nobody. Like, it's a really beautiful day. The sun is so strong here. Look, it's amazing. The water is inviting me, come, swim, and there is nobody swimming. This is really different from my country, Brazil, because if I go there, a beach like this, it will be full of people here on the sun. They like to be burned, yeah. People like to be burned in Brazil. They want to have the tan skin, and they want to swim. And here, oh, there are people here, kids. Now there are 2 kids. But here in Malaysia, looks like people are a bit afraid of the sun, yeah, because people want to have the white skin and doesn't like the tan skin. Oh, there are some people now. Oh, that's nice. But it's interesting. It's so different from Brazil. Really different. What about you guys? Do you like to come here and swim? Do you like to have your skin tan or white skin? What do you prefer? Tell me in the comment section.
People love to brag in Malaysia, and this is a huge shock coming from Sweden, where people are absolutely not supposed to brag. So Sweden, and actually the whole Scandinavia, has this mentality that's called jantelagen. And what that basically means is that you are not better than anyone else. You could be the CEO of the company, you are no better than the person washing the dishes. So bragging about how much you make, how expensive your things are, having a very fancy car, those are considered in very poor taste in Sweden. And that's because you don't want to make anyone feel worse just because you have it better. So I remember when I came here and I met people, and people started talking to me about the address they live at and the people they know and the bags they had, and I was like, people do that here? So it was a huge shock coming from Sweden, where people can drive like super old cars but live in like the most expensive multi-million-dollar house. Now, I don't necessarily think this is a positive thing either, because it means that people are very shy to talk about their own accomplishments, and they feel like they don't want to share the things that they've accomplished because they feel like they will appear like kind of they're bragging. But I think that some parts of jantelagen could be applied in Malaysia and could be incorporated into the culture, because I have seen people before at nice restaurants, at nice establishments, being very rude to people they consider as lower than, when I don't think that should be the case.
Ketika orang Korea bandingin Malaysia dan Indonesia.
Neighbor. 곧 한국 발음. 영어는 neighbor. 얼마 생겼니?
저희 말레이시아 갔다 왔었어요. 10월 카푸치나발루. 가까이 있죠? 언어는 달라요?
언어는 비슷해요. bahasa Indonesia and Melayu. 비슷해요.
terima kasih.
Terima kasih. 근데 말레이시아는 also terima kasih.
백분 받는 거.
Indonesia. Okay, but the way that some people compare KL in New York is honestly gross. It's insulting. People say, oh, KL is the New York of Asia. No, that is an insult to KL. Because KL is new. It's clean. It's very cultural. It's got it all mixed in there, the culture and the modern, and the infrastructure is very good. New York, on the other hand, is dirty, it's old, it smells like #1, and they have rats the size of cats. The size of cats! Even the cats are afraid of the rats, man! My God. So, I don't want to hear anybody saying that nonsense. KL is the New York of Asia. Absolutely not. KL is the Wakanda of the world. I don't know what you did. I don't know if it was on purpose. I don't know who's running all that new stuff, but y'all have hidden KL so well. And for why? Y'all really don't want us to know about you, huh? What are you hiding? Trying to keep all your food to yourself? Huh? I'm coming. Coming for your food, Malaysia. I'll be there soon.
Who y'all think y'all frontin' on? Like
So, would I rather live in Malaysia or Germany? Ramai yang bertanya. And before you pindah ke Germany, let me tell you that I personally would rather stay in Malaysia. Malaysia is home. Malaysia is not where darah tumpahku, tumpahnya darahku, but it's where my heart belongs. This is negara yang sangat prihatin, negara yang penuh dengan kasih sayang. It's negara yang agak noisy, yes, because kita semua jaga kain orang lain, but that what makes it so meriah and so fun. Di Germany, it's a very disciplined, focused and agak boring culture kalau diperbandingkan. And even if you pergi ke sana untuk bercuti pun, hard to integrate into their culture if you are not German in that sense. Lagi-lagi lah if you are seorang Muslim dengan makanan dan keagamaan. Yeah, so for me, as much as I can go bercuti di sana now, for me, home is Malaysia. And that is where my darah walaupun tak tumpahnya is belonging now. Beres? Beres.
Bila orang luar bandingkan Malaysia, satu perkara yang sering disebut ialah sikap rakyatnya. Di Malaysia, orang masih senyum pada orang asing. Masih sapa. Masih tolong walaupun tak kenal. Di banyak negara maju, semuanya cepat. Tapi hubungan manusia makin jauh. Di Malaysia, mereka rasa dihargai. Mereka rasa dilayan sebagai manusia. Bukan sekadar pelanggan. Itu beza yang mereka tak sangka. Ramai yang datang dengan tanggapan Malaysia cuma satu budaya. Tapi bila sampai, mereka lihat masjid, kuil dan gereja berdiri tak jauh antara satu sama lain. Makanan Melayu, Cina dan India di meja yang sama. Bahasa berbeza, tapi masih boleh faham antara satu sama lain. Di negara mereka, kepelbagaian kadang jadi isu. Di Malaysia, ia jadi warna kehidupan. Dan ini yang paling membuat mereka terdiam bila dibandingkan.
Kalau gaji kau belum setinggi pejabat, nggak usah belagak lali kau bercakap. Gini ya teman-teman ya, walaupun gaji aku di sini tidak setinggi gaji pejabat di Indonesia sana, tapi aku bangga. Aku bangga kali di sini. Walaupun gajiku di bawah gaji pejabat Indonesia, setidaknya aku mencari rezeki dengan halal. Dan dengan aku mencari rezeki di negara Malaysia ini, aku bisa merubah kehidupan keluarga aku jauh lebih baik. Itu kunci yang paling penting. Karena kalau di negara Indonesia, belum tentu aku bisa sampai di titik yang sekarang ini. Paham ya? Dan satu lagi ya teman-teman, kami anak rantau ini bukan sekedar mencari rezeki di perantauan ini. Kami juga mencari pengalaman, mencari titik di mana jati diri kami berada, di mana adab yang dikedepankan, sopan santun yang dikedepankan, gitu ya. Jadi untuk teman-temanku semua yang berada di Republik Indonesia, semoga kalian bisa sukses dengan cara kalian sendiri. Dan semoga untuk kami yang ada di perantauan ini bisa membanggakan keluarga kami, bisa membuat kehidupan kami jauh lebih baik daripada sebelumnya. Semoga negara Indonesia bisa membuat rakyatnya sejahtera. Salam anak rantau.
Banyak yang nanya, Bang, lebih mahal hidup di Malaysia atau Indonesia? Jawabannya
Tergantung guys, masing-masing ada kelebihan dan kekurangan. Contohnya sekarang kita bandingin dua orang yang ada di Indonesia dan di Malaysia. Kalau dua orang ini sama-sama beli bahan mentah dan masak sendiri, maka biaya hidup di Indonesia lebih mahal guys. Dari harga daging, harga ayam, harga beras itu lebih murah di Malaysia guys. Yang kedua kita coba bandingin, anggap saja dua orang ini sama-sama nggak masak, dan setiap harinya dua orang ini sama-sama makan di kedai cuy. Dan kalau sama-sama makan di kedai, maka biaya di Malaysia itu lebih mahal guys. Kita bandingin dari harga nasi di Malaysia rata-rata paling murah di 8 ringgit sampai 10 ringgit. Sedangkan nasi di kampung gue itu harganya cuma 7.000 sampai 10.000 rupiah, nggak sampai 5 ringgit cuy. Jadi perbedaannya jauh sekali ketika kita sama-sama makan di kedai. Jadi itu jawaban dari gua.
Kenapa Indonesia dan Malaysia memiliki kecepatan yang berbeda? Nah, yang dimaksud berbeda di sini soal cepat lambatnya pembangunan ekonomi. Malaysia bisa ngebut karena negaranya kecil dan populasinya cuma 34 juta. Selain itu, wilayahnya kompak dan pendapatan per kapitanya udah tinggi. Makanya, mereka pede dengan target negara maju 2025. Sementara Indonesia punya skala raksasa yaitu 284 juta penduduk, ribuan pulau, dan produktivitas yang belum merata. Jadi Indonesia masih butuh fondasi yang kuat dulu sebelum gaspol. Tapi justru karena skalanya yang besar, peluang tumbuhnya jauh lebih besar juga. Asal kebijakan yang konsisten, Indonesia bisa ngejar visi Indonesia emas tanpa ketinggalan. Ini gimana menurut kalian? Apa langkah paling penting biar Indonesia bisa gaspol lebih cepat?
People ask me why I always attack Malaysia. And first of all, I don't care about Malaysia. I do care about Indonesia. I defend Indonesia.
You know, it makes me very, very sad when I see fellow Western immigrants making content like this. You know, I'm very happy for this guy that he's moved to Indonesia and he's enjoying his life there. But then to make content bashing Malaysia just to get views and likes and followers, to me seems extraordinarily cheap and very, very lazy. You know, I've spent the last 7 or 8 months talking continuously about my love for Malaysia. And you know how easy it would have been to lean into the sort of sibling rivalry with Singapore or with Indonesia and to badmouth them to get more likes and to get more followers. Of course, that would be very, very easy. But why would I want to do that? One, I have no negative feelings towards either of those countries. They're both very beautiful. I've had a lovely time in both of them. But two, that just feels like a very inauthentic way to build a following. I can say enough positive things about Malaysia and my love for this country without having to say anything negative whatsoever about any of its neighbouring countries. So if you are a Westerner that moves over to this part of the world, by all means make good content about the place you've moved to. If you love Thailand, talk about it. You love Indonesia, talk about it. But don't get into that thing of being horrible about other countries because it will help you build followers. You can do it in a positive light without any of that whatsoever.
Gak semua orang Indonesia itu pantas tinggal di Malaysia, karena hanya orang yang berquality, good attitude, dan punya tingkat kedisiplinan yang tinggi aja. Ya, Indonesia sama Malaysia itu memang serumpun, dan juga ada budaya yang mirip, seperti bahasa, tradisi Islam, makanan tradisional, dan pakaian tradisional. Tapi yang bikin aku respect dengan orang Malaysia, mereka tidak ada yang kepo dengan urusan kita. Tidak ada yang berisik dalam public transport, tidak ada potong antrian, dan penuh kesabaran dalam hal mengantri. Hal kecil seperti ini, kita sebagai orang Indonesia yang patut dicontoh dari tetangga kita. Contohnya adab dan attitude mereka, contohnya etika mereka. Karena jujur ya, pas aku baru pindah ke sini, aku juga sempat kaget. Kok bisa ya orang-orang di sini sesantai itu tapi tetap tertib? Dan aku sadar, ternyata hidup nyaman itu bukan karena tempatnya aja, tapi karena orang-orangnya juga ikut jaga kenyamanan. Hal simple misalnya, kalau di tempat umum, mereka ngerti kapan harus berbicara, kapan harus diam. Kalau ada orang jalan pelan, mereka juga nggak langsung ngegas, tapi mereka sabar. Dan dari situ aku belajar satu hal, adab itu bukan buat kelihatan baik, tapi emang buat bikin hidup orang lain lebih mudah. Jadi kalau kamu ngerasa pengen ngerantau ke Malaysia, bukan cuma soal kerja atau gaji, karena Malaysia itu bukan tempat buat yang cuma pengen tinggal, tapi tempat buat yang menurut aku pribadi siap untuk berkembang.
Bila orang luar bandingkan Malaysia dengan negara sendiri, bukan semua sempurna. Malaysia juga ada cabaran, ada kekurangan. Tapi dalam banyak perkara dari kos hidup, layanan manusia, sampai kepada keharmonian budaya Malaysia, ada sesuatu yang sukar dijelaskan dengan angka, sesuatu yang hanya boleh dirasa. Dan mungkin itulah sebabnya ramai yang datang sebagai pelancong, tapi pulang dengan hati yang berat. Jadi sekarang saya nak tanya, kalau orang luar boleh nampak nilai Malaysia dengan jelas, adakah kita sendiri benar-benar menghargainya? Kalau anda pernah dengar orang asing bandingkan Malaysia dengan negara mereka, tulis di ruangan komen. Kita baca bersama dan kita fikir bersama.
Arus Story dari lensa dan cerita. Bukan sahaja dihayati, tapi dipelajari.